Krissy, ready to do this? Episode 6?
Yep, I am all set. I'm focused. Let's record.
Awesome. And what are we talking about today? Krissy.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm ready. I get a little distracted sometime. Did you know I have ADD?
Oh, no. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was 35 years old when I got diagnosed with it. It really explains a lot.
Oh my gosh. That would be so interesting to talk about on the show.
Oh, it would be.
I bet a lot of people could relate.
Yeah, well, we're actually recording right now, so let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Welcome to Cougar College, y'all.
Welcome, Cougar students, and thank you so much for tuning in to Cougar College. We are the Cougars, Krissy
and Liz, and we are on a midlife mission to know it all.
But not on a midlife mission to teach middle-aged women how to pick up young bucks.
Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry.
But don't tune out, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, and you may just learn a thing or two.
That's right. And right now, we are going to learn how this beer tastes. Liz, do you like beer?
I'll drink anything.
Me too. Absolutely anything. For this episode's liquid refreshment, we are trying a beer called Cougar Bait, and it is brewed in Lexington, Kentucky, my home state of Kentucky. And we could not find it anywhere here in North Carolina, but my cousin found it and she ran some down to us. Never underestimate your kinfolk from Kentucky, people.
Never.
Love
it. Oh, and since the Cougars live in North Carolina, they need to start selling it here too.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Do you hear us? I think it's Country Boy Brewery.
Yes,
Yeah.
Country Boy Brewing.
Yeah, Country Boys, we need Cougar Bait in North Carolina.
Yes, we do.
All right, here we go. We're gonna give it a go. Oh, it's on your leg, sorry.
I like that. I like it on my leg.
It's very refreshing on my leg. Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. And I don't usually like beer.
Me neither. I mean, no, there are some beers that I will drink. There are a few.
Let me taste it. I'm going to taste it again.
Yeah, me too.
It's really smooth.
Oh, it is. I like it. So it's an American blonde ale. I tend to drink a darker beer or an IPA, but I really like this.
The only beer I drink really is, my husband's Irish, and so when we're over in Ireland, I drink Guinness. But to me, that's not even really a beer. It's like something all into its own. But this I really like, and I guess because it's a blonde ale, it explains the creaminess.
Oh yeah,
it's really
good.
It.
I do too. I give it 2 paws up.
2 paws up. That's 4 paws up, y'all.
Love it.
Love it.
We're gonna have to have more of this on the show.
We are. We're gonna have to definitely have more of that.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I also have ADHD. Okay.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I like this. I know. I'm drinking it.
Shotgun.
Well,
we should shotgun. No, we're not gonna.
I was like, we should do that on the show.
I haven't shotgun a beer since I was in college.
Gosh, me neither.
You should even do it. Okay, we could try it.
Yeah, you turn it over and we'd have to get Kevin.
You hit something and then you open it and then you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to practice. We'll shotgun.
Okay, we can do it in the parking lot. We can just record ourselves for the YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And now before we get going, we'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor of this episode, Witt's Frozen Custard in Davidson. Witt's Frozen Custard is the perfect spot for a cold summer treat. The possibilities are endless, and we make everything fresh, in-house, daily. Or they do, not we. Not us.
We don't.
It's this promise that sets them apart, and they feature a special flavor every day in addition to take-home Witties, cakes, and prepackaged custard. Those of you who don't know what Witties are, they are the ice cream sandwiches, I'm sorry, my bad, custard sandwiches, and they are phenomenal.
Glorious.
Glorious. With 3 Lake Norman locations, Davidson, Morrisville, and Huntersville, you'll find a Wits conveniently located in every direction. Gift cards are available. Thank you so much, Wits, for being our sponsor.
Thanks,
Episode
Wits.
6.
Episode 6. Wits of episode 6.
Yes.
All right.
Love it. Okay, so tonight we are going to talk about ADHD and particularly adult ADHD.
Yes. So, like I said in the opening, I was diagnosed with ADHD when, well, actually, I wouldn't even say I have ADHD. It's more ADD
Okay.
because I'm not exactly hyper.
Can you tell me the difference really quick?
So, there's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and then there's just attention deficit disorder.
Okay.
So mine, I wouldn't say I was bouncing off the walls ever,
Okay.
but my attention was definitely affected,
Okay.
amongst other things. So I'm a child of the 80s, and I actually did a little research on this, and apparently the diagnosis has been out for, not the diagnosis, sorry, the term ADD or ADHD has been out for a long time. There was a doctor, I wish I had written this down, in 1901, I believe.
Gosh.
Yeah. So he first started writing down, he was not watching, what's the word I'm trying to think of, observing. He was observing these kids, and he was the first one to write down that document that these children had pretty significant attention disabilities, but that they were just as smart as the other kids. They just couldn't rein it in. They were bouncing off the walls. They were like messing with the other kids. It's like they just couldn't control themselves.
I feel like kids with, I feel like kids with ADD and ADHD are usually super intelligent.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I received that. Well, here's the funny thing though. I don't know how it would have been if I'd had like provisions for or concessions for testing, but when I took the SAT to get into colleges, my SAT scores were literally the bottom of the barrel. Like I think back then, I think you got like a 650 or something for signing your name, and I couldn't get above an 800. I could never get, I took it, I don't know, 3 times.
And I forget how long the test is, but if that's what your diagnosis was, sitting there for that long.
Oh, it was miserable.
Oh my gosh, it was miserable for me.
For anybody, yeah.
For everyone. Pretty much.
But I remember reading the paragraphs, and I would have to read it 10 times. And every time I got to the end of the paragraph, I was like, oh, what? What did I read? Because I just couldn't retain it. And I realize now, because I'm 51 years old now, so that was 16 years ago, I got the diagnosis. And I've done all this research on it. Like I get that ADD magazine, Attitude, ADT, Atude. It's actually very witty. I love that magazine. They should sponsor us.
Oh!
Attitude magazine, you should sponsor us here on Cougar College.
Yeah.
But I've done so much research, and because I have ADD, I just lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh gosh, I think I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
Take your time. I can cut all this out.
It's so bad.
You were talking
Okay,
about...
so we were testing.
Attitude.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Liz, I lost it. So bad.
ADHD and menopause
so
and perimenopause and
It's
ADD.
a terrible. We're talking about testing,
Oh, we're talking about SATs.
the SATs.
You couldn't retain the information from reading the...
Couldn't remember
paragraphs.
things, couldn't retain things. I lost it.
We should keep this in here.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the story of my life right here. Being in mid-conversation and completely forgetting what I was saying.
Okay, well, let me redirect you, and
Okay.
then maybe you'll think of it.
I'm gonna drink
Okay.
this beer.
So,
That'll help
maybe
me
it's
remember.
the beer. Maybe it's the beer. No, definitely not.
Mm-mm.
But so I am interested, were you seeking a diagnosis or were you randomly diagnosed?
So, a little bit of both, actually.
Okay.
So, let me back up a little bit. When
Okay.
I was a kid, I always knew there was something different about me because I didn't know any other kids. I'm sure there were, but I didn't know any other kids that were like me who,
They
like,
probably
I
were
would,
good at hiding.
I'm sure. I would get lost in my head. I would be having conversation with people, looking them right in the eye, and when they got to the end of the conversation, I could look at them and tell they were waiting for me to respond, and I had no idea what they just said. I know what I was getting ready to say. Okay, in my research, I realized that there's something about the brain, like an ADHD brain, we need constant stimulation. So we need that dopamine rush. And if something is not interesting to us, we don't get that dopamine rush because the dopamine actually will help you retain things, help you focus.
Right.
And so it makes sense that I couldn't take a test because it was boring to me. So my brain did not have what it took to help me focus on things that were mundane or boring. Like,
Right.
Most people you can force yourself to focus on something if you have to, but I just could not. And so my test scores were bad. My grades were okay.
Right.
They were actually not bad, but I had to work 3 times as hard as other people did.
Yeah.
And I remember when other people would talk about how, oh yeah, I just breezed through this test, blah, blah, blah. I would get so upset thinking, how did you remember that stuff? How'd you do it? Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't retain it.
Right.
Ever.
And it does come naturally to
some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who wants to remember the boring stuff?
I know, it's awful. It's so bad. And it's so funny because I used to be a professional actress. It was my job to remember lines.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to me.
Yeah.
So my job and the shows.
It was creative and you're
Yes.
creative.
Exactly. So I didn't have trouble memorizing lines when I was an actress because I enjoyed it and it was interesting. And so
Yeah.
it gave me that dopamine rush that I needed.
Love it.
Yeah. So I was at the doctor and, so back up again. So ADD.
That's okay. That's what this
I
episode
even
is about.
wrote stuff
and that's
down.
okay.
So going backwards, I used to call whatever I thought my condition was Keene syndrome because my last name was Keene. My maiden name is Keene. I didn't know anyone who had what I thought I had. And I knew something was different about me. Something was, odd. I felt like I was an oddball all the time.
When did you start thinking that?
I remember I was 14 years old and I told my friend, I think I'm losing my mind.
Oh, okay.
And my friend was like, what are you talking about? And I explained all this to her and she was like, whatever, you're fine. You're fine. And I was like, am I fine? I don't feel fine. Maybe I am fine. Maybe it's weird that I'm even talking about this. She was great, my friend. So I guess I was 14 years old. Actually, I was probably younger than that, but 14 is probably when I was brave enough to say something to someone.
Vocalize it
Yeah,
to someone.
because back in the day, you didn't
Am I
say,
in your way?
no, you're not in my way at all. I'm just trying to move my legs. Back in the day, you never talked to your parents about this kind of stuff. You never told your parents if you were sad or anxious.
No.
I mean, they'd be like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get outside and play.
Yes, pull it together
Yes.
and get back out there.
And so I think that's what I was trying to do all those years. So when I was at the doctor's office and I didn't take like the traditional ADD test, I was at a doctor's office and talking to her, my doctor, about this. And she goes, I'm going to give you just a very simple test. And she gave me this test. And after I was finished, she looked at me and she said, you have very severe ADD.
Oh.
And I was like, what?
What is the test? Do you remember?
It was just all these questions. It was all these questions. So I could have gone and gotten like the real test from like a neurologist and all this stuff. But at this point, after she had gone through all this testing, all these questions and everything, and she knew me well, and so she had heard me talk about this stuff over and over again. She said, Krissy, you have a pretty intense attention deficit disorder. And she started to explain to me adults with ADD, what their life has been up like up until that point, and how the concessions they made for themselves and the way they kind of hid it and I just busted out crying.
Oh.
And she put her arm around me and she was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no. You have no idea. This is so freeing that I have an answer, that I'm just not some oddball. There's an answer. That sounds terrible saying I'm an oddball, but
That's how you felt.
Yes, I felt like something's really wrong with me, because I think I've mentioned this before. I was born at Camp Lejeune with the tainted water, and I was raised in Kentucky with the tainted water. And so I thought maybe I'm just brain damaged. But to find out...
Yes, to find out that you are normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm normal with a non-neurotypical brain.
Right.
So everything I was doing, the way my brain was acting, the way just everything was very, very, very normal for my brain.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like, I feel, this is just my opinion, obviously. And I saw a ton when I used to teach, but you
were a teacher.
Yes,
that's right.
Everyone has something. So I feel like, I'm glad we have these diagnoses, so we can help kids, because there are so many, there's multiple intelligences. No one learns the same way, but everyone has something that they struggle with.
Yes.
And so I think all of this is normal. It's just identifying it so you can get help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that because I feel like if I'd had something like this, if I'd had the diagnosis, well, I don't know. If I'd had the diagnosis in the 80s, I don't think it would have made any difference at all. But now, let's say I'm a kid now in school, there's so many provisions. Yes. Like Molly, my daughter Molly also has ADD, and so does my daughter Lily. And so I was able to get them a little extra time on their testing. And then they could also test in a quiet room, because when you have ADD, I can hear you breathing.
Oh.
Like if the air conditioning comes on, I can hear the clicking noises. I can hear things that nobody else can hear, because your senses are so heightened.
Oh, yeah.
You can't rein it in. And so when you have ADD or ADHD, it's very common for you to have sensory processing disorder as well.
Gosh.
Because, and that's another reason why it's really good to test in a room where it's quiet, because if someone's chewing on their pencil, you can hear them chewing on their pencil.
And this is, I feel like, why it's very prevalent in perimenopausal women.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I hear, are these sensory issues. Yes, oh my gosh.
Oh, you hear our husband's chewing. Yes.
Did you see yourself in your daughters?
Yes, and I think that's probably why I would talk to a doctor about it, because I knew whatever this is I have, I'm going to pass it to my kids, most likely.
Right.
And so I need to know, I really wasn't interested at all in how to help myself. I wanted to be prepared so I could help my kids.
Yes.
Because back in the 80s, like I said before, you didn't talk to your parents about this kind of stuff.
No.
You just, you would grin and bear it, and you just lived.
I really think that our parents' generation, though, are very appreciative as to how open we are. At least I know my mom is, because she actually said something to me the other day. So I feel like we're doing a good job for our kids.
No, I think we are, yeah. And for our parents, too, because my dad has ADD.
Oh.
Well, he's never been diagnosed, but when I would sit and... So one of the reasons...
That's so interesting. I love it. So I wonder if there is a genetic component.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just saying that just because I see it in my family. But one of the reasons I called my condition Keene syndrome, because the only person I did notice had the same issues that I had was my dad. After I was diagnosed, I remember I was sitting with my dad, and we were swinging on a swing, and I was telling him about all this stuff, and he was like, well, I do that too, I do that. And I was like, Dad, you have ADD too. And he was like, oh. So I don't know if it was very freeing for him to find out too, but we had a really interesting conversation about it.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
And he was open
He was very open.
I love it.
Yeah, he was very open about it.
Love it.
But yeah, so it was tough though. It really, before my diagnosis, I think all the things about ADHD or ADD, sorry, it really did a number on my self-esteem. It caused me a great deal of anxiety because I was extremely impulsive.
Okay.
And I wasn't necessarily hyper, but I lacked self-control.
Right.
And so I would blurt things out and then be like, oh my God, what did I just say? Or I would say things and people would get so angry at me. People would.
Was it your honesty or was it your just
I think
impulse or both?
Both.
Like, okay.
I remember someone told me one time, the best thing about you is that you are brutally honest.
Oh, yeah.
But then they said, and the worst thing about you is that you are brutally
I
honest.
like an honest person. I like realism. Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Just give it to me
I
straight.
agree. I like it too. But sometimes I was like, did you know you're bald?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And people would be like, oh my God. And like I would say things that you really shouldn't say, but I couldn't make I couldn't disconnect from, if you think it, you don't necessarily say it.
You didn't have a filter.
There was no filter.
But was that with maturity? Did that?
I have learned.
Okay.
Yes. Yet, I am 51 years old and I notice that there are times I make people angry and I don't know why.
Okay.
But okay, so let me back up. I realized, okay, I have said something. I've made a facial expression. I have done something. There's definitely something I've said. Whereas before, I would just be, when I was a kid or a teenager or a young 20s, I would just be talking in conversation and I would have no idea whatsoever what about me pissed people off so much.
Right. I don't think I notice that.
I've gotten better at, I think people who have not gotten diagnosed until they're an adult, they're good at watching people and mimicking and masking.
Okay.
So I do remember, and my daughter said the same thing, that she got good at watching people to figure out, okay, how am I supposed to act here? How am I supposed to feel here? Because like sometimes I didn't even know, my feelings are so high all the time that I didn't know how to react in certain situations. And so I would watch people and react how they reacted.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, so I adapted. So that also, because it took me a while through my teenage years, because I always thought, oh, it's them. It's their problem. What's them? They're a crappy person. It's not me, it's them. But then finally when I got into my 20s, I realized, oh, wait a minute, it's me. I'm the one saying crappy things, but not realizing it.
Yeah.
So it really did a number on my anxiety. Like I developed a pretty severe social anxiety because I was afraid to say anything, because I was like, I'm going to make people mad and I don't even know what I'm saying to make people mad. So I stopped saying anything. I ended up, when Kevin and I got married, I think I only had maybe one friend. Yeah. It's crazy because I had said things to lose friendships, and then I'd gotten to the point where I didn't want to put myself out there anymore because I'm like, well, I'm just going to make someone mad and then that's just going to hurt my feelings. And but then I also went the other direction where I was like, screw you. Yeah. I was in my crow era.
Oh, I love that.
It was my crow era.
Do you regret, or were those relationships and friendships not good ones?
No, I regret it.
Oh, okay.
There's always some that were not really worth saving.
Right.
But as a teenager, you're not going to have, most of those friendships don't go into your adult years, but there are some, and I'm very lucky. I've got a couple of friends from high school that I still keep in touch with on Facebook, and I see them when I'm back in Hampton Roads and I'm in town. I'll see them, and that's great. And luckily, they don't remember all my my crappiness. Yeah. it was hard. It was hard growing up with ADD and not knowing that you have
Yeah.
ADD. But
Do you think a lot of people with ADD have anxiety?
oh my gosh, yes.
Care? Okay.
Oh yes,
Okay.
definitely. Probably for this reason. You
Okay.
don't know what you're doing that's making people upset.
Right.
But also, I would say it looks a little different in girls than it does in boys. Like more boys have the hyperactivity
yes.
than the
I would
girls
say,
do.
Yes.
From
From what I've noticed.
yeah, well, and I'm saying that just from what I've read. Again, I'm no doctor. I don't know all that for sure.
Right.
But again, I lost track.
Anxiety. I mean.
I even took my ADD medicine today. So I have Vyvanse. So if I know I have to focus, I take it, but I don't take it every day.
Okay.
But because I knew I was going to have to focus tonight on this podcast, I
Yeah.
took it, and I'm still forgetting myself
No, that's okay.
in mid-sentence. What was the question you asked me? Ask me again.
Do most people with ADD and ADHD have anxiety?
Yes. Okay. This is what I was trying to say. I would say a lot of men or boys who have ADHD, I would assume it would affect their anxiety levels or their self-esteem levels, because with the hyperactivity, and if you're in school and you're bouncing off the walls, you're always getting yelled at. You're always
Yes.
getting someone is disciplining you.
Right.
And someone is always saying to you, just focus, just stop moving, well, you can't.
Right. And this is why those kids who got in trouble in every other class were always so amazing in my class, because because I was an art teacher,
Mhm.
and we can get up, we can move around. I played music the whole time. Everything was hands-on. You're busy, and so
That makes all the difference.
every single teacher who would talk about one or two particular students, which happens,
It
they get a
happens,
bad
yeah.
rap. I was always like, what? He's amazing in my class. I'm like, well, what is happening? I'm like,
Yeah.
I always love the underdogs.
Because his brain was stimulated,
Yes.
probably. There was something in there that was interesting to him.
Yes.
So yeah, so yes. So my answer to your question was yes. I think a lot of people, not just kids, but adults too,
That breaks
have.
my heart.
Yeah,
Because anxiety's
that's true.
hard.
It's terrible.
Oh.
It's terrible.
I never really experienced anxiety until not that we're talking about anxiety, but until perimenopause.
Really.
Oh yeah, and I got a good taste of it last year.
Mm.
A big, taste of it. It was
It's
awful.
horrible.
Oh,
It's
horrible.
crippling. It really is
It's
crippling.
crippling. And I was speaking in front of a crowd.
Oh.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Makes me sad.
Thank you. But I'm like, oh, I get that now. I understand that now.
Yeah, it's rough. Like people who deal with it every day of their life. I don't deal with it every day.
I have some
But
family members who have it severely.
yeah, it's
It's
heartbreaking.
awful. It's
It
hard
is.
to watch, and I feel so bad for what they go through. But anyway,
And it's a real thing.
it is.
Yeah.
And when people kind of like would do it, I'm like, yeah, it's real.
It is. It's real.
Yeah.
It is. So another thing that would drive people nuts about me, and I still do it today, I have to be moving some part of my body. So I guess there is a little touch of hyperactivity. I don't know if you've noticed my legs keep moving. I keep hitting your leg
No,
with my
you're
leg
fine.
because I have to move.
I love all the little things that we like to do with our hands.
So my husband makes fun of me because my toes are always moving.
Oh.
And if I'm not moving my toes, I got my legs crossed, my leg is moving. I have 5 rocking chairs in my house because I have to rock all the time. I have to move constantly
I love it.
because it keeps me calm. It's the
Yeah.
strangest thing, but movement keeps me calm. So, but my husband's like, stop moving your feet. You're driving me nuts. Because sometimes I like to put my feet underneath of his leg and like wiggle my toes.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just like comforting. He's like, ah! It drives him nuts. But that's another reason I knew my dad had ADHD, because his legs and his feet were going all the time.
Yeah. Do you have restless leg at night?
I don't, but Kevin does.
Okay. Oh really? So
Yeah.
does my husband.
Yeah, he has
And
it.
he swears up and down that he doesn't have it.
Oh,
sometimes.
Kevin knows he has
Oh
it.
gosh, no. Well, he's more in tune to the fact that he has it now, but sometimes when I'm like, we're like some movie, and he's like, no, they're not.
So
I'm
it's
like,
jumpy. It's also called
Yeah.
jumpy leg syndrome, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it drives Kevin nuts. He has to get up and like walk around because it makes him crazy.
Anyway, okay.
Maybe
So-
he has ADD.
No, no. Well, seriously.
Oh,
So back to
yeah, got the ADHD.
yeah, back to the I guess we discussed
The negatives, yeah. Like there's one thing I would notice that other people could follow directions and I couldn't. People could read directions and build things or
What if-
put things together, and I couldn't do that.
What about reading a book?
I can read a book, but like I said, sometimes if I don't read often. I do like nonfiction. Now, a nonfiction book will hold my attention, but a fiction book I have a really hard time with.
Okay.
Because, you know, you have to kind of get into it. The action has to, if it starts very heavy action, I can read it.
Okay.
But more than once, more than 10 times, I have just skipped to the end of the book because I'm so bored. I'm like, okay, I'm bored, but I need to know what happens. And so I'll skip to the end. So I'm better, and I think a lot of ADHD people as well are probably better with movies
Okay. Yeah.
than books.
Yeah. What about podcasts?
I love a podcast because my brain needs to be stimulated
Oh, yeah.
all the time. So
Yeah.
when I'm going out for a walk,
Yes.
I have to have a podcast or music going in my ears, mostly podcasts. So that's the one positive thing I feel like
Yeah.
about ADHD or ADD is that I do love to learn.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think a lot of people
Yes.
like me are the same. We find something very interesting and we just want to learn everything about it. And so so I'll
So
have a
you-
podcast going all the
Okay,
time.
yeah. You can clean for the podcast.
Yes.
You can walk for the podcast.
Yeah.
You can- Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and because I have to move to be able to learn.
Okay.
I can't just sit on the couch and listen to a
And
podcast.
see, that's so interesting to me as a former teacher because, I mean, of course, my classroom is very different, but the fact that we expect these kids to just sit and try to learn, I mean,
Right.
kids have the wiggles
Mhm.
regardless,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So it blows my mind that we still kind of
Try
do
to
that.
have people sit and
Yeah. I mean, I know there's a lot of good teachers out there that give their students breaks and let them walk around and touch,
Yeah.
stimulus.
Well,
or
our
whatever, but-
school now, and I'm sure there's lots of schools like this too. My kids went to a charter school. It was still public, but they were a charter school that was very heavy on the arts. And so they wove the arts into every part of learning.
Yes, my mom used to take schools and make them into arts integrated schools.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. Oh, I
Very
can't wait to talk to your mom.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
She's going to be so much
She
fun.
is. We could talk about that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love that.
But yeah, so my kids did well. Like, I felt like Molly, my youngest, her ADHD was a little bit more pronounced than Lily's. Like, Lily is one of those people that when she is, and she's just like I am, when she would be interested in something, she would hyper focus, which is
Okay.
definitely a big part of ADD. You either can't focus at all or you hyper focus and you can't pull us away
I love
from
it.
what we're doing, which is kind of neat because
Yeah.
she is so intelligent and so she just knows
Yeah.
the ins and outs of so many
She is
subjects.
so smart.
She's so smart. But if sadly there's this great meme. It is I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something like if a fish was judged by how well it could fly, people would think it was stupid.
Right.
And
Right.
that's not true. A
Yeah.
fish is not meant to fly. A fish is meant to swim. And so I totally butchered it. We'll have to
No,
find
you
it.
didn't. That was perfect. I
But-
was afraid you were going to talk about cats again.
No.
Cats again. Just kidding.
No, swimming with the fish. But yeah,
No, that's
so
perfect. That's a perfect analogy. Is that?
Analogy. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a perfect analogy. So with your, I'm sorry, I'm just peltering you with
That's all
questions.
right. Let's do
With
it.
your paintings, does it help you focus?
Yes.
Okay.
I could focus on a painting hours and hours and hours and hours.
Love it.
Because I'm interested in it. It feeds my brain. It feeds that creative side of me. I could paint for hours. My back will be killing me, and I won't even notice it's killing me until towards the end of when I'm, getting ready to start cleaning up, and then I'll be, oh my God, my back hurts. But I'll be so locked in and hyper focused on painting that I won't even notice the pain.
I love that.
Yeah, and Lily, like I was talking about Lily earlier. She would be so locked in on something. We would be talking to her, she wouldn't even hear us. We'd be right next to her, and she couldn't hear us because she was so locked in on what she was doing. So it's kind of a superpower. The hyper focus is kind of a superpower.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, so I would definitely say that is a pro of ADD.
Okay. Yep.
A good thing. I would say maybe we could talk about the pros now.
Yeah,
because there are.
Is that 38 minutes?
Oh, that is.
Wow.
It went by fast.
Yeah, so give me some what are your favorite pros? Like,
My
obviously
pros,
the hyper-focus.
The hyper-focus is good until I have to pull away, and then that's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. But I can multitask. People say, oh, there's no real multitasking. But there is.
Oh, there is.
Oh, yeah. With the ADHD brain, I can multitask. So if, let's say, I can get like 5 things started. And I may not finish all 5 of them in a day, but I can get a lot of each 5 of them done. And I'm going back and forth, because again, it stimulates my brain. It's interesting. If I'm only doing one thing, I'll get bored.
That's boring. Yeah.
If I'm doing 2 things, I'll get bored. You might have ADD.
I like a lot of things going on.
Yeah. It's stimulating. And so I have to have like 5 things. I'm never working on one painting. I'm working on 3 paintings.
I love that.
Yeah. I have to go back and forth. So
I wonder if a lot of artists have ADHD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely. And a lot of artists have sensory processing, I think. But the sensory processing, yes, it's very annoying because my tag itches me, so I can't focus on what you're saying to me because all I can think about is the tag that's itching me.
Oh my gosh, maybe I do have ADHD. My mom used to have to buy me these specific socks when I was little. They had to be specific. They had to fit my heel just so, and I would make her pull them up and pull them down. And if they were not perfect when she pulled them down, she would do it again.
It's sensory. It's a sensory issue. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. Yeah.
But those same sensory issues that drive us nutty or drive other people nutty about us are also the very things that make us very sensitive towards people.
Oh, yeah.
I think because
empaths.
Yeah, because my sensory is so heightened on all 5 of my senses, I'm actually very good at reading people. And so I call it the 6th sense. It's kind of like the mommy 6th sense.
My husband can read people like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And so can my friend Lauren. She's just very in tune with people. Whereas I'm not always. So I rely on them.
Kevin's the same way. Like when I used to tell him I have the 6th sense, he was like, whatever. And then he would talk about someone that he really, liked. And I'm like, that person is blah, blah, blah. I kind of have a feeling that there's something a little deeper there. Something's not quite right. He's like, what are you talking about? And then 9.5 times out of 10, at some point he'll come back to me. He's like, you were right.
Yes.
How did you know?
This is Brandon and I, but opposite. Because Brandon's like, and I'm like, what do you mean? And then it's like, but for me, it takes me like 2 years. 2 years later, I'm like, oh gosh, you were right. Oh no. It takes me that long.
Yeah. So Kevin will come up to me now sometimes and say, what do you think about this person?
Oh, that's good. He's learned. I have learned too. I asked Brandon.
It's a real thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also asked my bestie Erin too. She's good at that too.
Yeah.
I like to surround myself with people
that
are good at because I can't figure it out myself.
It's good to have people around us who can't do what we can do.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. So I'm also, having ADD makes you very persistent.
Okay.
That can be very annoying to people at times.
No, but it gets you places.
It gets you places.
Yes.
It gets things done. Because I guess that persistency and that hyper focus just help me to get things done.
Yes.
But I am very impulsive, and again, that did not make me a lot of friends. Well, actually, it did. When I was a high school drinker, it made me lots of friends because I was that person that, oh, we're going to jump off this cliff. I'm in.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it.
So yeah, so my impulsivity was good and bad, but it definitely made me, and I thought it made me a great friend, but it made me a fun friend.
Yes.
But I also feel like when I was young, and probably into my 20s, I drank way too much. But part of that was probably self-medicating for me because of my severe anxiety. And then some of it was just because it was that dopamine release. And it helped me just feel better. I mean, even the smell of alcohol, I was like, okay, dopamine just got released, I'm in. So that's not good.
No, but I can relate to that. Not in a similar situation. Like my dad was so sick on my senior year in college, and I literally was self-medicating. Not the same situation, but I understand it. I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
Because you just want to feel normal.
You just want to feel normal.
Yeah, and maybe that helped you.
And I felt like when I was drinking, I was even more fun, and the impulsivity plus the alcohol made me really great at parties, and it attracted attention, and people wanted to be around me, and I kind of decided that was friendship. It really wasn't. I mean,
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't. But at the time, it was. It's what I needed.
Yeah,
it's what I needed
served
at the time.
you at the time.
At the time, that's for sure. So one other thing I want to talk about with ADD is there's this side comorbidity that is called rejection sensitivity disorder, which literally sounds made up, and it's not. Because I guess I was at a psychologist's office or psychiatrist's office, and he was explaining this rejection sensitivity because I was telling him I when people look at me wrong, I'm crushed.
Oh, really?
Crushed. Like now, as a 51-year-old woman, it doesn't affect me as much. I've matured, not out of it, but I can rationalize things.
Right,
but
I would have never thought.
Well, also I've gotten good at talking myself off the cliff. Okay. Whereas before, if I would see someone whispering to someone, my brain told me they're talking about you. Oh. They hate you. They're talking about how to get away from you right now. I mean, every little thing made me feel like I was being rejected.
Right.
And I was like, what is wrong with me? And again, I just kind of blamed it on everybody else. Well, it's them. But again, it wasn't them and it wasn't me. It was this disorder where my brain just couldn't, my brain catastrophized all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And so when my kids were growing up, and I was able to recognize, especially after this doctor started talking about it, and then I started remembering back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've done that for years.
Yeah, and so I have something to relate, but it's to grief. But when you think that for that long, it changes your brain chemistry.
Yes,
it does.
It does. And so then you're really stuck thinking it. It is crazy. We've got to get somebody on here who can teach us how to change brain chemistry, because you can change the neural pathways and everything.
So I started grief counseling after my dad, and my counselor gave me a book that says it's called You Can Change Your Life. And it's this woman, and I think she's passed away now. She was an older woman, but she teaches you how to change your brain chemistry.
Oh, wow.
And it's little things. Book. I literally would write a couple sayings. I was teaching at the time. So this is pre-grant, pre-kids. And I wrote a couple sayings down on my desk, And every time I went to like the dark places of my grief, like throughout the day, I would go and read them. It was very simple. It was just
Really?
like, just as soon as I went to that dark place, I went and read those. And it was very simple, like everything is going to be okay. I mean, it was very simple.
Yeah.
But literally brought me back to life.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I know, it sounds so crazy, but like I had to work at it. I had to work and work and work. But yeah.
And I know it sounds so Pollyanna, but I've said this to myself. See, you are natural optimist and I'm the natural pessimist. So I've had to work double time to kind of come out of that, and I still go into the hole sometimes.
But I like pessimists. I am attracted to that. I'm not kidding. My husband is kind of a half glass empty.
Yeah.
So I am attracted to those types of people, and I think it's just because opposites
attract. Yeah. But I've definitely had conversations with my kids because it sounds Pollyanna, but it really does work.
It does.
When you think about things that you are thankful for, like when.
Oh yeah, gratitude.
Yes. Mine and Kevin's gratitude walks in the morning. It helps so well, not the fart walks.
Not fart walks.
Although that happens too sometimes if we go after dinner. But it really does. I would always tell my kids this, and they were young, and so they're like, "Whatever, Mom, whatever. You're so cheeseball."
Oh, but Molly said you were right.
Yeah,
remember she said that.
She did. I did. Oh my God, I love that so much.
Aww.
But it does. It makes a huge difference when you're always thinking negatively. It shapes your brain, and when you're thinking positively, it shapes your brain that way too. You'll live longer too. My God, you'll live longer.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And it's not easy. We're not saying, oh, you can change your life. You have to do the hard work. You do.
Yes, it takes effort.
It does.
It is serious effort for sure. But yeah, what else? Let me think if there's anything else. Like a multitask, hyper-focusing, persistent impulsivity. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and like I said, when I got that diagnosis, it changed my life.
I love that.
It actually increased my self-esteem
when
I got the diagnosis. Everything clicked. There was a reason, there was an explanation. And it's nice to have that diagnosis because, I mean, we live in a good age now where you can go on Google or you can get magazines who will help you maneuver your brain and help you realize, okay, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I'm acting. Okay, that's very consistent with how my brain is. And there's all this advice on how you can help yourself. I mean, there's no cure. You're not going to cure your ADD. You don't, honestly, why? You don't want to cure your ADD. There's good parts about it too.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with you. No. You are acting consistently with your non-neurotypical brain.
It's like having blonde hair and brown hair.
Yes. Exactly. That's right. Yeah. You said it earlier. Everybody's got something they're dealing with. And that's 100% correct. Just almost fell off my chair.
It is. And if you don't think that you have anything wrong with your life,
something's wrong with your life.
Something's wrong with your life.
Something's wrong with you if you don't think that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, so that's a wrap, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning into the podcast. Please subscribe to our podcast.
Oh yeah.
And listen on every Tuesday when we drop a new episode.
Yep. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram for a chance to win our official Cougar College hat. Follow, like, and share our posts, please. We pick a new winner every week. We don't have a winner this week, though.
Well, we're going to pick it on Instagram.
Okay, we're going to pick that winner on Instagram. And you, Instagram user, are going to find out. You're going to be so excited.
Yes. Please make sure you are following us.
Yes, please.
Cougar College hats are also available for purchase at KF Studios in Davidson, North Carolina, and on their website, www.kfstudioshandmade.com.
Yep. Another big thank you to this episode's sponsor, Wits Frozen Custard. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place.
Remember, Cougar students, don't party until all your studying is done.
And may you end the day wiser than when you began it. Bye.